last sit because I feel shy to ask to the teacher. I I just passive. I just passive in the college era.
Right.
So, but last year I just started the new beginning because I had a reflection about Maliha, do you want to waste your potential that God gave you gitu. So I just in November or December last year I joined the course in informal institution in my neighborhood to study English again, to speak English again. And this is in the Mockingbird English Club. Maybe it was the new step, my big step to start speaking English again. So the motivation to speak English is to not wasting my potential that God gave me in English journey. That's it.
Right. Lovely to hear your opinions. So I was trying to wrap it up the session as much as possible because it's 9:31 already. Okay, let me try my best to cover some aspects. So for me, motivation, yes, we need motivations, but also the one question I'm wondering is that do we really count on motivations, or how long that motivation we have will last? Maybe I can tell you some benefits of learning a language, but maybe after the 2 to 3 days after the sharing session, the motivation will gone, or a week or a month. So we need motivation to an extent. So this is my personal opinion, of course. We have different opinions individually. So we need motivation to an extent, but if we want to go to the further or the long-term proficiency advancement, I would say we need to find the enjoyment or the excitement of learning a language. So I sort of like, there's a term for it. There's like, we have to find the sweet spot. So how do we find a sweet spot? It's a tips and tricks. There's a personal tips and tricks. So some of the tricks you can relate it to your language journey or incorporate to your language journey. Some of them you might not find is effective. That's totally fine because it came from my personal experience and it will be different and not be applicable to all of you. So in terms of the sweet spot, if we actually want to find the sweet spot, we have to start with what we're really interested in, what excites us, what really motivates us. Meaning, let's say, for example, I like to read a lot, so to learn English. So, but it doesn't mean I like to read all of the reading materials. So maybe I like to read about fashion, maybe I like to read about business, or I like to read about some maybe career opportunity, career trends, or maybe entertainment in terms of the things that I'm really interested in. So I think it's important to start with what really interested in it. So it cannot be, for me, I don't really interested in reading novels or maybe long text. That could not be motivate me, or that could not be excite me to learn the language from a reading. So I think it's really important to choose the right channel so that you can find the excitement or enjoyment in the process of learning a language. And then I suggest, and then we all know consistency, and then embrace the mistakes. Is that, as I mentioned earlier, we are allowed to make the mistakes. Mistake is part of the progress, but without the mistake, things for us hard to find the progress that we really wish to see in the particular time. So I think it's allowed to make the mistakes, and it is really embrace, and it's normal for us to make a mistake as well. So another tips and tricks I think would be useful is that speak it up, especially like those like this sharing session, or if you're going to the seminar webinar. I think whenever you have the opportunity, you can just like grab the opportunity and don't wait too long for your unconscious mind to speak to you that what if questions. What if I make mistakes? What if I make the grammar mistakes or pronounce incorrectly and stuff like this. So I think it's a really it will take a courage, or a little bit takes time for you to reach that level of not listening to your unconscious mind telling you that you cannot do. So I think it's will be helpful for you as well. And then surround yourself with English. It simply means maybe even your maybe surround with your English movies, English books, English podcast, maybe English newspaper. There's so many ways that we can surround ourselves with the English environment. But if, of course, back to the sweet spot, it has to be something that really interested in it. Also, that really interested for us to explore as well. So the last tip I would say would be third tip, or maybe a third tip for me, is that be kind to yourself. We're just human beings at the end of the day. So sometimes we feel demotivated. So and then we try to push ourselves too hard. If we don't see the progress that we wish to see, or maybe others are making a progress, but we're not making it enough, that we have a different chapter, so we don't have there's no point of comparing us to other person. So I think it's really important to kind ourselves and let ourselves a time to be progressive. So this is one of the key message that I want to give it to you. So there are times that we will not be seeing the progress, but I think it just let you know that it's not just you're not alone. All of the language learners are being through and have been in that sort of situations. And then what really important is for us to find a way to cope with it and make it a progressive. So I think these are the tips and tricks I believe maybe some of you can apply it later after the sharing section. So this is my final slide, if not mistaken, that master English for accents, not for the impressions. So my language trainers, my previous language trainer, former language trainer, didn't tell me that. But I think for me, it's the right time for me to pass that message to you. Because nowadays, people trying to learn them English as also think of English language as sort of the measurement of intelligence, or maybe it's as a tool to impress others. But it's not its job. I think at the end of the day, English is just a language, nothing more, nothing less. It's not a tool to measure the intelligence or to impress the other person, but it's just a language for you to master, to unlock your opportunity. I think this is one of my top priority for you to take it away from this sharing session. And if you have a chance opportunity to share it others, that would be lovely too. So I think there would be end of the session, or no, are you here for the photo session? I'm not sure. So before the photo session, I really appreciate for being with me and joining the session at this late hour, around 9:37 already. So I really appreciate, and I really hope you at least you got one thing. That's enough for me. Even if you got at least one thing for you to apply it in your language journey. So I think we'll be grateful for this. So yeah, I think that's the wrap up my session. So I'm not sure from the organizing group if you want to take a photo.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
No, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Before taking the picture, yeah, I would like to say sorry to all of you because there was like technicalities. Because yeah, one of our friends is in Australia, so it's already almost 2 a.m. That's why like she oversleep and but yeah, thank you for her for helping to create this Zoom link. Yeah, anyway, let's take a picture together. So if any of you want to open your camera first, yeah. Okay, I think ready. Are you ready, guys?
Ready to
Okay,
go.
ready to go, yeah? Okay, you can have your best style. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me copy paste first.
Let me
Mm.
know if it is good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure everyone looks good. So just kidding.
Okay. One more. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Wayan, for sharing.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you so much for
Wayan.
sharing. So good to
Sharing,
meet you.
sharing.
Appreciate it.
So happy for
for
tonight.
sharing and
Thank you so
sharing
much,
such a great
everyone.
experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Yes. Good night,
Cheers,
everyone.
everyone.